So, we'll see. But yes, we did have sexy time with the Astarion. Today we're going to be focused on the Blighted Village, trying to finish that up. And then, ideally, I would love to start and finish the Goblin Camp. It's a big if. Big if. But we have finished the Knolls. We have not been to Waukeens Rest either, I don't think. No, we have not. So, yeah. That's what we're going to be kind of focusing in on. Doing all the things. And just kind of vibing. But how's everyone doing? How is your Thursday? I keep wanting to say Friday, but it's not Friday. It is Thursday.
Watch the shadows.
And just let me know if volume is too loud, too quiet. If I need to change some things too. But we are back, like I said, with, we finished off all of the Knolls that I do know we did. I went ahead and colored her armor because the red was just, there was too much red with her hair. So we went with a pretty ocean blue. I'm not loving their outfit, like colors, but we're gonna vibe with it. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, we're gonna just see what chaos we get up to today. Because listen, it's a Jordan game of Baldur's Gate on honor mode. So what you can be assured of is always gonna have some level of chaos. So fine with me, personally. Totally fine with me. How's everyone's week going? Hopefully well. Hopefully you're not working yourself too hard. We have almost made it to the weekend, which is great.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Oop, I forgot some liquor over here. That. I like the blue with her hair. I think it just complements kind of nicely. And again, thank you so much for celebrating my birthday. Like I said, it was a pretty chill day, but it was fun to just kind of vibe and goof off with everyone. I loved it. I was a fan of it. And again, appreciate everyone's support to my Ko-fi and bits and subs. Today is your last day if you want subs to basically, they'll always count, but if you would like them to count specifically for February, and the payout happening in March. Today is the last to do that for not only me, but all the creators you watch on Twitch. So, for what that is worth, I'll take the bucket. And I think we'll have a few other people streaming tonight. I know Selena's going to be going live any minute. Fair, I know, usually streams on Thursdays. I don't know if she's streaming tonight. Usually there's a good group of us. Like I said, I love that we have such a core group of people that just stream Baldur's Gate. And we can all kind of lurk and be there for each other, kind of thing. But if you all have questions or anything, here
that might be worth it.
Gimme. What did we just get? Oh, I did organize everybody's shit because it was driving me up the wall. I was like, we need to organize because this is just bad. Okay, we just got parchment. The black silhouette of a winged serpent marks the top of this page. As always, take what you need but stock it up after. This is for everyone. Yeah, whatever. First page summarizes the contents. The remaining pages clumsily elaborate on them in great detail. I'm not going to cities. The simplest piece of advice for sensible folk is to avoid cities entirely. A mood. On marketplaces, people often tell me, Harrington, my fleeces and turnips are worth more in a city market than at a local village fair. Fools to them, I say. Your fleeces and turnips will be robbed long before you reach the market square, and you will have only a few lumps and bruises to take home. On taverns. All sensible folk enjoy draining a mug of locally produced ale in the company of their friends, but some of you may have heard tell of the extravagant taverns that populate the city of the Swords Coast. If bawdy names like the Blushing Mermaid or the Wizard's Staff were not a sufficient warning of their impropriety, let it be known that you will be robbed long before you finish your first tankard, and will have only a few lumps and bruises for company. On sewerage, be like you keep a pot by your bedside and cast out the leavings into a communal pit of a morn. Sensible and cleanly behavior. Many cities have dispensed with such simple methods of hygienic living, and instead the waste of the inhabitants commingles and flows to the great channels beneath the very streets, a breeding ground for mucky creatures. I'm becoming lost. Cities are far too large, and you will become lost among almost immediately. A fellow once told me that Baldur's Gate is actually 3 cities in one, an outer, an inner, and an upper. I believe he thought I'd be impressed, but I simply spat in his eye and sent him on his way. Harrington Nethelin. Well, that's a whole thing. Alright, let's work on getting... I forgot we didn't do Waukeens Rest yet. Welcome to the point of the playthrough where so many playthroughs start jumping into Jordan's head that she forgets where she's at. And it's a great time. All around. Great time. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. You know? And don't worry, we will be doing our Gale romance. I just need to get Haven through Act 1. I need a character through Act 1. And then I can totally have the Gale romance started. I sent Fair a picture of what the Gale romance tab is going to look like. I have her backstory written up. She is basically ready to go, except for actually starting the game. Because right now, between online and offline games, I have 5 characters in Act 1. And Act 1 is wonderful. I'm a little bit Act 1 out. So I want to try and space this out a little bit. So that way it's a little bit more easy and sustainable going forward.
Anything of use?
Excellent. We're gonna put this armor on him in the meantime.
Don't mind if I do. I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Dead Goldman. So, but like I said, I hope everyone is well and kind of just hanging out. Today is gonna be a very lurk-friendly stream. I've been a little bit low energy, just being tired, and 2, honestly, it's been a lot this year. This year feels like 84 years. And it's just tiring, you know? Not me, almost hitting the guards. Alright, we're gonna get the other dude out first, and then we'll get Floric out. Because if we get Floric and then him, he might die. Because unfortunately, it just jumps into a cutscene. And I can't do anything about it. So, we're gonna do that. So hopefully we can get him out. So, and we might respec Haven a little bit, because her stats are a little bit all over the place. Actually, her charisma's pretty okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. And honestly, once we get the headband, that'll bump our wisdom, which will also be good.
Door. Opening it could spell trouble.
Oh, Gloria, I feel so much better. Well, that wasn't what I wanted to have happen, but it did.
Soldier, let's go.
Let's get in there before it gets bad, because it's gonna move quickly.
The fire! Hurry! Get this thing off me!
Thank goodness for advantage. All right.
Yes!
Karlach, throw me like that, please.
You did it! Thank you. Now, how the hell do we get out of here?
A whole heck of mood. Come on, follow me.
Right. I'll try to keep up.
Alright. Let's get him out first and foremost, because he's the problem.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
We'll have her go outside. Might as well. She's not going to really be needed.
Have to keep going.
Well, hello.
Come on, let's go. While I'm at it,
Okay. Love it when streams kind of chill out a bit. Give me 1 second, y'all. I apologize. Okay. So, yay, it's all caught up now, which is great. What do you mean targets too far? It's just rude, you know? This is rude. So is everyone playing Final Fantasy? I think the, what was it, the... There we go. Okay, I have finished what I was doing. Perfect. Honestly,
Let's move.
you can exit turn-based with him.
They slaughtered everyone. Mary.
Let's get Floric out. There we go.
Come.
Oop, and a level
I'm
up.
afraid Pop.
Love a level up, baby. Ooh.
There is work to do.
Let's get the fuck down.
Seems simple enough.
I know I suck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fresh air. At last. Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt.
Counselor, are you all right?
It takes more than mere fire to break me, Eva. Now listen close, Fist. Duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Gauntlet, report to the man and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke.
On your command, Counselor.
The rest of you, count the dead. Take word of their sacrifice to this city. And you,
I want
I
her
must ask
outfit.
again for your aid. Please, rescue Ravengard from his drow captors. The Council will reward you for your effort. May I trust you'll see it through?
Why entrust this to me? You have others at your command. The Absolute's cult is based at Moonrise Towers. That's where they'll have taken the Duke.
Moonrise Towers, along the old road. That place is cursed. Few could survive there, unless darker forces are at work. This was no random attack. The Grand Duke was their target.
Yep, I'm looking at your commissions now, Wicked, and I'm like, because I love you have such an amazing style, and I want it. I want all the things. I am living for the Art Nouveau. Oh my god. Like, the Art Nouveau, when I was working with Ambrose for, like, our logo for AMP, like, I love Art Nouveau style. That is my favorite of the styles. Because, interestingly enough, hi, Tiny Poison. Hi, Lovey. Interestingly enough, I was an English, music, theater, and art major in high school. So, digital art I could never really do because I didn't really have a tablet to do that stuff on, but like regular drawing, yes. But I've been dying to get into it. But anyways, going back to when we were working on the rebrand for Ampistrono's logo, that was one thing of like the keywords that I gave to Ambrose is like, I love Art Nouveau. It's just so good. Lamia! Hi, Lovey. How was your stream? I was lurking. As I do. Art Nouveau is just so gorgeous. If y'all are wondering what I'm talking about, we could just posted this in our Discord, but it's opening up commissions. And as soon as I have a stable income, I'm commissioning. I need like I said, goals. I want to have in our starting soon and in our BRB screen just artwork of Ampistrono. And then starting soon in BRB screens for like my regular stuff, I want to have artwork of like for Emerald Tendrils, like Ambrose's tab, my tab, our friends, like hilarious moments, things like that. So I love artwork. I will get it everywhere that I can. So but hi, Tiny Poison. How are you, lovey? How are you? I don't want to reply. Hang on. I'm in a very squirrel mood today, y'all. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Just gonna let y'all know. So, sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's what happening to me today. That is not. Yeah. Yep, that works. Oh my god, what? Also, Chris, we put out the sign-ups for Games for Change too, by the way. So we lost our honor mode on my birthday and we started a new one, as you can probably tell. So it's fine. We had sexy time with the Starian, but that's all I can do. The block off me twice for using a word. Oh no, what were you trying to use? You can Discord message me. I'm sorry about your... It's alright. We'll do Kasara another time. I need to get more comfortable with Druid. I think that's a... That and the fact that they made things much harder since the update. I have no duty to nobles, dukes, or anyone, anything for that matter. I don't think she would say that. I think she would say option 2.
A champion indeed. He's the invisible force holding Baldur's Gate together.
Just think I'm
Without
gonna
him,
do a real...
the
Oh,
city faces
yeah.
collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted
That'll
him.
do it. That'll fucking do it, though. Also, I shared this earlier, but I'm gonna pop over just chatting for a second. It was announced I'm gonna be on a Baldur's Gate panel. So at PAX East, I'm doing a bunch of stuff, but I'm also gonna be on a panel with Cypher of Tyr is the one who put everything together and is gonna be the moderator for it. So I'll be there along with Camilla Panda, Werewolf Fields, Damian Haas, and a surprise. Don't ask me who the surprise is, because I don't know. So, I have no idea. Don't ask. So yeah, I am very excited. What? So I'm very excited because we're going to be talking about like love and intimacy and representation. And one of the things that I specifically was pinging to Cypher about was like talking about like being ace and playing this game and stuff like that. Hey Steven, welcome on in. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm very excited. It's going to be a wild time, I am sure. But it's going to be one of 2 panels that I'm doing at PAX. I'm doing a Take This panel as well. Surprise guest Salem. I mean, Salem is going to be at PAX. He's coming with me. So, he will be there. He's too anxious to be left like in a like kitten care for that long. Surprise guest Salem confirmed. So he'll be coming with me to the hotel because I have to, the con starts on Thursday, for instance, right? I have to go up on Tuesday, and I won't be back until the following Monday. So, like, that's almost a week, and he is a very anxious cat, as you can probably tell. So he's going to be there with me. He'll be in the hotel room. He's got a little kitten condo that I got him for the hotel room for Christmas as a Christmas gift. And so that'll be perfect for him. So he'll be there. He's just a very anxious being. Like, he was fine when I went to Big Bad Con, but that was only for like a couple days. That was literally like 2.5 days, if that. So yeah, and with that, even he got super anxious. So he will be at PAX with me in the hotel room. So that'll be nice to come home to, because it's gonna be, I'm sad I won't get to meet him. Not this one, Lamia, but he'll probably be there for Unplugged or the other PAXs and cons. Damn GDC. Listen, what we need to do is just clone you and have your clone go to GDC, and then you as my manager can come to PAX East. You could even share the room with me if you would like. So that way you can have all the Salem time you wish. So I'll be doing 2 panels, and then I'm also I'm working with PAX on some things too. So yeah, it's gonna be busy but fun. I'll search for Duke Ravengard.
Thank you. And should your courage falter, remember the Duke's generosity.
So we got lots of things
Approach the
happening.
towers with care. The land itself has been swallowed in shadow. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist to work.
Fist to work? What? And as a reminder, again, I did put out the call for our next Games for Change. So if you would like to be a player, if you would like to be a DM, we are always welcoming in new folks. So if you have questions and stuff, please don't hesitate to ask. I will do my best to answer them. And as a heads up too, we also have an ad starting up in about a minute. So this is the last day if you want to get a sub and it count for February, which will also make sure you get ad-free viewing of everything. Now is the time to go ahead and sub to your favorite creator. To do the thing. Julie, do the thing.
Something over there.
And yes, we are doing honor mode because I am a glutton for punishment. So this is our 3rd try with honor mode, but first try with a different character. So we'll see how forgiving this run will be. Because the last 2 have been brutal. And it looks like the ad is going currently. We'll be back to loot everything in Waukeens Rest. I'm going to wait for a long rest to do that. We'll probably... Yeah, okay.
That put the wind back.
Alright, let's see what we want to do in terms of a level up. I'm loving this color for her. It fucking fits. So, what do we have already? What do we think? Let's look at watching y'all do honor mode made me realize I should try a tactician mode first. That is such a mood. Yeah, don't do what I did. Which is I jumped immediately. I didn't want to have the patience for tactician. So I have a tactician run, but I'm already further in my online like stream game run of honor modes than I am in the tactician run. I think I just got to the Grove. I was like, fuck this. I want to go ahead and do honor mode. So definitely try it. And then see how you feel about it. Personally, I don't see us using command. I see us using Shield of Faith, but I don't see us using that. Okay. So in terms of our lovely little paladin, our Oathbreaker, who I had a blast asking this question the other day, I had everyone guess how long it took for me to break my oath. I knew it was going to be about 10 minutes. I did not disappoint myself. But it was really funny because either some people were like, yo, 2 minutes, and other people were like, oh, like 2 hours. I was like, okay, so the 2-minute ones, y'all, you think too highly of me of how quickly I can oath break. And for those of you that think 2 hours, y'all grossly overestimate my ability to actually keep to oaths in this game. So, let's see. We already have armor proficiency, but because these two basically are similar, right? Where you get the increase by 1 to your strength to a maximum of 20. Our strength is already pretty good, but for heavily armored master, incoming damage from non-magical attacks also decrease by 3 while you're wearing heavy armor. So my question with that though, is it like it decreases by 3 in terms of like what it is to hit you, or is it the overall damage? Okay, no, it is the overall damage. I answered my own question. That is an option we could do. We could get alert, which would give us the +5 to initiative, and we can't be surprised. Great weapon master is always a blast. Attacks with melee weapons you are proficient with or wielding in both hands can deal an additional 10 damage at the cost of a 5 attack roll penalty, which we can toggle on and off. And there is an item in the game which actually nullifies this. So that could certainly be an option. The other one, a savage attacker, was one that I was looking at. When making melee weapon attacks, you roll your damage dice twice and use the highest result. What are we thinking? So we have a couple options here. What are we thinking, y'all? So we could do savage attacker, which, like I said, it does the higher of the rolls, which is great. Heavily armor master does give us that decrease by 3, which is great. And we get a strength bonus. Or alert, which gives us a +5 bonus to initiative and can't be surprised. Or of course the tried and true tough, which my hit point maximum increases by 2 for every level up gained. I like giving savage attacker to Astarion and just letting him go wild with damage. That's a mood. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with Astarion this run through. I've been debating like rogue, monk, and maybe 1 or 2 levels of cleric, so he has some additional healing in there. Because I would love for everyone to have the agency to do some heals, but I could also see Bard on him, so that way he can inspire too. Especially with those flourishes, because Bard Rogue is just so clutch. So that's an option. Let's do Savage Attacker with her. Let's do that. But yeah, I'm playing with that idea, because I'm pretty sure with Shadowheart at least, we're going to keep her Cleric all the way through. Because she is Life Cleric, and that's just going to be too handy to not We'll bring in Blade Ward. Do I want to increase her ability to tough? You gain advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration on the spell. You can also use a reaction. Let's do Warcaster with her. Yeah, I like that. And we'll go from there. Tough is always good on harder difficulties, though. Anything that makes dying harder. Yeah. Yeah, that's... We're gonna probably be tweaking some things as we go. I almost always put tough and alert on everyone. But I'm also, it's weird because I'm so used to playing characters that have a much higher dex. And so therefore I'm much higher in the initiative. So it's very strange for me when I'm not like, usually like for instance, it's either Astarion and I or Wyll and I that are like back to back in terms of initiative.
Surprised this hay hasn't gone up in flames yet.
Really?
There's something hidden here, in the hay.
Have a lot on my mind.
Alright. And of course we're gonna absolutely annihilate the Zentarum, because fuck the
boots have
Zentarum.
seen everything.
We don't like them. Hi Cypher, welcome in. Can I please get a shout out for Cypher? I was just talking about the panel that we're gonna be doing at East. Oh, hello.
The ox tenses, horns lowered in your
Thank
direction.
you. Sure. My animal handling's okay. Always appreciated guidance. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. We'll have to see it. It's one of those moments where, yes, we could use an inspiration. But we're probably gonna need that inspiration later to impress someone else, not a cow. So I think we're gonna, I'm so sorry.
Intense stare.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Are we gonna fight or are you gonna let me go?
The ox tenses, horns lowered in your direction.
All good. I wanted to peep in and say, hey, before I log out of work and figure out dinner. A whole mood. Whole mood. Always appreciate you popping in. So I usually lurk in streams because I'm so like, I love to watch people stream and play all the games, but I'm also like very neurospicy, so have to be working on stuff at the same time, so I totally get it. Let's back away. I would rather not fight you. Never mind. Dice said, tough shit, you fighting today.
I won't give in.
Alright, Haven. A little Oathbreaker Paladin that you are. Let's make this quick.
There's blood in the air.
I keep thinking today is Friday. I am so screwed up day-wise. There we go. I'm so sorry. Lovely. So, yeah, we're just trying this is our third attempt in honor mode, but our first time with a different character. So, we were playing with a druid before, and
What's hiding here?
that wasn't working. But also everything got harder in the most recent update. So, we're trying it with our
Should get
paladin.
some rest. I need to keep sharp.
And we're gonna just see how it goes. How's everyone's spell
My
slots?
faith will guide me.
Let's go long rest. Ooh, I also keep thinking, right? Like, oh, Wyll wants to chat.
Can't give up now.
All screwed up day-wise. I went the whole day thinking today was Friday. What's up, Wyll?
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Waukeens Rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Older Ravengard's been taken.
Yes, Drow set fire to the inn and stole away with the Duke. You must know the man, judging by the concern in your voice. Counselor Floric seems to think so. I'm not so sure he wasn't burned in that blaze. She would absolutely not say that. You must know the man, judging by the concern in your voice. Look at how innocent she looks. She's like... She's probably gonna get the Volo specialty. You must know the man, judging by the concern in your voice.
I know him better than most. He's my father.
What?
I know I haven't said.
What?
Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
Then the choice is clear. We should rescue Duke Ravengard. Aren't you worried? Your father's been abducted. I can't trust you if you keep so many secrets. First Mizora, now this. So, I'm not interested in your lineage. She will not say option 4. Curious, I'd heard Duke Ravengard's son left the city. Nah. All my time in Baldur's Gate and I didn't even know Ravengard had children. No. No. Then the choice is clear. We should rescue Duke Ravengard.
Thank you. That means a lot. But I wonder...
Yeah?
What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father.
I mean, it's someone in power.
This is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
Yep. You shouldn't keep secrets like this from me, Wyll. So, I think this tagline is interesting, but at the same time, we're all still getting to know each other. Of course everyone's gonna have secrets. It's only been like 3 days. So I wish they had like a variation of it. Because it seems so like, how dare you not tell me your life story? Like, dude, if this was me, I'd be like, I'm not telling everything. It's so ridiculous to imagine someone being upset the others for keeping secrets. Yeah, especially like a secret like that. Like if it was a secret like, oh, actually, you know, so-and-so's been working with the Absolute this whole time. Then yeah, that I would be like, yo. But I also imagine a tab who sits down the first night and just tells them everything about themselves and everyone else just sits there. I love that as a concept, Wicked. That's, I can certainly understand some that play the long game, and I know that a lot of campaigns and stuff like that play out like that. I personally, I, on purpose, usually build a character that, sure, has secrets to hide, right? But more often than not, the whole thing about survival and needing to rely on each other will outravel keeping everything secret. Especially something like, hey, this could impact everyone on a very deep level. And I think that's very interesting. You know, still hanging on to aspects of it for yourself, because we all do that, right? But I think it's really an interesting comment for sure. There's, yeah, 1000%, especially as you get to know everyone, right? That's standard for real life too. You know, there's gonna be some people we know for a fact we can trust completely with pretty quickly on, getting that kind of vibe check and having that respect, like getting that vibe that you can rely on them and share those aspects and you're not gonna be judged or like teased for it. And then there's some people, you know, that, hey, you gotta keep them at arm's length, but still give them a heads up about XYZ. So I just wish there was like another variation of this because it sounds so accusatory. And like, again, if this was like day 25, sure. We're 4 days in. My longest running campaign, I play a pirate in it. She tried to be secretive at first, but was also wanted in the first town we went to. But nobody saw the I have a sweet, innocent little sister twist when we went to her hometown. Oh my god, I love that. I love when concepts just kind of like get turned on their head and it just defines what usually is a stereotype or like a cliche for the, like, we start in a tavern. Okay, like, let's start somewhere else. Let's start at a festival. Taverns are great. I think there's nothing wrong with it. But, like, let's add some more of those layers and start picking at them from the get-go. So, nah, I don't think she'll say option 1.
I'm all for it.
I think she would just be like, hey, it's all good. I think that's it for now. We'll change it to our night clothes and then we'll chat with everybody. I do. Oh, dear Lord. I know, you want to chat. We'll go to you first and then we'll make our rounds.
Already feeling better.
What's up?
There you are.
Oh, you're drunk.
My friend.
At your service. What happened? Were you attacked? Are you drunk? What happened? Were you attacked?
Oh, that. A scratch. I ran afoul of a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his.
Haha. Sounds like a dangerous meal. You seem happy. No need to drink human-moid blood then? As long as you're leaving mine alone. Sounds like a dangerous meal.
So's any meal worth having. It's nothing compared to, well, other things I could be dining on, but significantly better than the rats and bugs Cazador served me.
A whole mood. Sounds delicious. Doesn't matter. Blood is blood, isn't it? Rats, and what did you do to deserve that? No, we're not gonna ask that. Sounds delicious.
It was exactly as appetizing as you'd think. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again.
True, you can start over. You can be better than what he made you. Maybe not, but you'll grovel before the mind flayers if you keep using the tadpole. You sound very sure. We're gonna go with option 1. True, you can start over. You can be better than what he made you.
Exactly. I can be better than him. Stronger. More powerful. More...
She would definitely give him that look.
You meant be kinder.
Yeah.
Pet bunnies, that sort of thing.
Yes.
I've no objection to being nice, of course. Once I have the power to bend others to my will.
No. No. You think power lets you do anything free from consequences? You're free now, that's what matters. We're not powerless, the tab holes are quite the asset. I think option 1, free from consequences.
Well, yes.
No.
You can't look at the world and tell me I'm wrong.
Sir, no. The strong have a duty to protect the weak. Power corrupts, you do well to remember that. Yep. Hell, we see it play out in our world. Oh, Starian. Hell, we see this happening almost every day. Careful, there are heroes about. I'd hate for them to get the right idea about you. 2, the power corrupts, you do well to remember that.
Oh, I hope so. A little corruption sounds fun. I spent centuries as the victim of a corrupt man. It was the mind flayers that plucked me away from that. They gave me a gift. The strength to take my own freedom. I'm embracing this power. You should too.
Well, he sobered up real quick. He sobered up real quick. Okay. Let's go talk to Shadowheart. Let's sit on her bench and we'll see if she has anything new to say to us. Just gonna take that.
I'm glad you decided to join me.
I love it. Gimme. That was a concerningly quick... You would have thought we, like, threw hot water or something on him. Like, he just... immediately. Let's see if Shadowheart has anything.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Oh? There's something you're not telling me, I'm sure of it. What do you think of all that's happened to us so far? We should journey separately for now. I'll look for you here if I need you again. Again, I wish there was another question instead. What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little?
You must have thoughts about our little stowaways. What will you do if you manage to remove the tadpoles? How am I holding up in your estimations? You must have thoughts about our little stowaways.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. Personally, I think finding this Halcyon is our best bet. Oh, there's Ethel. Not that I'm keen to trust her.
Valid.
I'm not too hopeful that a Gith crash will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind.
What will you do if we manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No reason for us not to stay together if we get on well.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you don't want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
How am I holding up in your estimations?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
Alright. I'm just worried if I do that option, it's gonna lose favor. And again, it's also just not something Haven would say. So, I'm a little bummed we can't ask more questions. Alright, hey Karlak. Like I said, I don't know who we're romancing.
What's on your mind?
Don't know. We're gonna just have Haven tell me who she wants to romance. So, but our options are basically everyone. I don't really see her necessarily vibing with Gale. But I could see her with Lae'zel, I could see her with Wyll, I could see her with Halcyon, Shadowheart, Karlak. So we're gonna just let her tell me what she wants to do, kind of thing. Because I don't like planning for it, because then it feels weird. I like things to be natural. How did you end up with such a contraption in your chest?
The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlak, a knock-knee delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zuriel behind my back. You know Zuriel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zuriel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
It's giving such, like, oh, to be young again, and, like, you can tell that, like, all of this very much haunts Karlak. This is very interesting. I love this game. There's just so many good and interesting threads, and I know I talked about it with a little bit with the last stream and such. And obviously we all understand that these characters are pixels, but they're representations and symbols for a lot of us of like us. Like I see aspects of myself in Karlach. I see aspects of my experiences in Self and Astarion and the other characters as well. And it's just so interesting. It's just good. It's good storytelling. Is it a perfect game? No, but no game is perfect. But I like that it has and it tackles a lot of these conversations head on. It sounds like all we need to do is fix your engine to find some infernal iron.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's
Thank you,
handled,
Stephen.
I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
What does the infernal engine do
Gives me energy.
to you?
Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
You must be pent up. What's that been like? I wouldn't mind that myself. I've never been one for too much contact. Ooh, that's interesting. So for those of you that don't know, I have played Haven before. I've been playing, basically bringing the characters that I normally play in tabletop games. I've been bringing them into Baldur's Gate. And for Haven, and I know there's mods and stuff like that. I haven't done any because they've crashed my game. And as beautiful as the mods are, like I don't want to have to fight. I'm already fighting OBS regularly. I don't want to have to fight the mods in the game. But Haven, for instance, I'm gonna learn to make dinner, but ping me on Disco if you need anything. Heck yes, thank you, Wicked. Have some good foods. But Haven, for instance, she's an Aasimar. She's a fallen Aasimar. I respect her into the game she's, human. And she actually is normally a barbarian ancestral path. But we respect her again to Paladin because it just made sense. And then quickly broke our oath. But Haven, doesn't like to be touched. It's just not something she really likes. It's a source of, a lot of trouble for her. And it's not anything that was specifically, done to her. Because actually, in terms of backstories, hers is, nothing super, super tragic happened. She doesn't remember certain things. But, there's no, this, that, and the other, and she was betrayed. No, she just... It's complicated. But... yeah, I don't think actually... I'm curious what this will do, but yeah, I wouldn't mind that myself. I've never been one for too much contact.
I'd trade you if I could. I miss it more than anything. But hey, that's life. Or so I'm told. What's on your mind?
I had more to talk about. In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I adore Karlach. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I'd be back in my home, not a care in the world. I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole. So much has happened, I can barely remember what life was like before the abduction. I think option 2. I think she'd be busy with another adventure.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of trouble to throw ourselves at.
Yes. I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards Karlach with Haven. But I could also, like I said, I see almost everyone. Astarion and her, I see her being friends. But I don't know.
Copper for your thoughts?
I think the two of them would vibe. You and Mizora seem to know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Whole mood. Let's see if anything else is gonna pop up. Nope, that's it for Karlach. Alright, let's see what Gale has to say. Where are we at even with everybody? Yeah, I gotta work on Shadowheart then and Karlach. 15, 27, 61. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm debating. We gotta figure out what we want to multi-class Karlach into. Ow. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, we gotta get her up a bit more. Which I think we can do. Hi, Gail.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I was wondering the condition of yours. Why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
What do you make of having a vampire in our camp?
We all have our burdens, one way or the other.
Valid. No, because I know his answer. I do not quite need it. So, and if we can hang on to our magical items a little bit longer, that'd be great.
Karlach's all fire and fury. I pray to the Triad it doesn't consume her.
Alright. What was it like being the son of the Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Baldur and stubborn as a deep Rothay. Daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords.
I love hearing
Not
about
to
Will's
say
story.
I didn't develop a taste for good wine and a talent for courtly dance.
See, I could also see her going with Wyll. I don't know. Courtly dance, I'd love to see a demonstration.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better show.
Come on, for me? You dance like a drunk ogre? That sounds hilarious. Count me in. I get the idea. Well, I won't press the issue. Come on, for me?
Tempting. Give it some time. Develop a bond, and maybe I'll show you a move or two.
You know what? I'm gonna see something real quick. So yes, this outfit is very cute for... Definitely need to change the color. But what if... I'm curious if we changed outfits. Honestly, I don't hate that either, but that's not what I was doing. Whatever there. Okay, but that's cute though. Yeah, I like that. That suits her more. We just need to color this for a Wyll. What colors do we even have? Pale, ocean, light blue, blue, green. Honestly, doesn't look like ocean. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, let's give Wyll the nicer clothing. Just need to change her shoes. Alright, let's see what else he has to say.
Well met.
Yeah, that fits her more. She's not about all the fancy and looking super nice. What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil, Wyll? Get to the point. You mean Raphael? We should at least consider his offer, given our circumstances. Spare me the parables. I've no intention of bargaining with the likes of him. Interesting coming from someone who's already been ensnared by a devil. Absolutely not. Alright, y'all. I should be back. You just might need to refresh. Because apparently today is one of those days that OBS be fighting a little bit. So, just might need to refresh. Unfortunately, I've said it before, there's not much I can do. It just goes down, and it is what it is. So, we're gonna just continue on, through it. All that jazz, you know? Alright, don't worry, I have no interest in a devil's deal. He spoke of a cure, we have to at least hear him out. No cost is too great if it rids me of this infection. Refuse him like you refused Mizora? Only you didn't, did you? Absolutely. Why is option 4 always the worst of the options? Don't worry, I have no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with.
Truth.
And then require more still.
Truth.
You might think you'd give up anything for a cure. But the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Tell me, Wyll, how'd you come to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. After my exile, I was hunting near the Cloakwood. I heard a child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What act could be finer than saving a life? You must have felt proud. And he named you the Blade of Frontiers? Whatever became of the boy, I wonder. Goblins, pitiful vermin, easy to kill, hardly worth getting worked up about. Whatever became of the boy, I wonder.
I left him with his uncles. 5 years on, and he's flourishing. If only every child was so lucky.
Yep.
I mourn the ones I could never save, whose cries I never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
How great could you be? I've never heard of you. Okay, this time option 1 sucks. Is that how you lost your eye in the goblin fight? It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
Quite the handsome devil, if I do say so. A freak of nature gods, but you're hideous. I see the Blade of Frontiers, no more and no less. A friend who's been touched by the hells. Oh, a fiend. Okay, that's bad. I thought this said a friend, and I was like, oh. I don't know what to make of it. Quite the handsome devil, if I do say so. Or I see the Blade of Frontiers, no more and no less. Quite the handsome devil, if I do say so.
I can't tell if you're being silly or serious. I'll accept the flattery either way. I suppose I'll grow used to the new me, horns and all. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
You should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Why obey her at all? What could she do that's worse than she already has? Can't we just attack her the next time she pops up? There must be some loophole in the contract that lets you out.
We can have all for it, but it won't so much as chip one of her nailed claws. She'll escape to the hells, and if we succeeded, my life would be taken in exchange.
Yeah, we don't
My
want
contract
that.
is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
I love Wyll. People sleep on how awesome Wyll is, and it makes me really upset. I'm not gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. Hang on, while I ransack camp real quick. Oh, I did want to mess with my hair a quick second. See if for sure we want this vibe. Or if we want something different. And then we'll talk to Lae'zel, and then we'll long rest, and get back into it. See what ridiculousness we have. Yeah, I wanted to mess with her hair. Just wish I knew what color this was. I don't want to mess it up. Do we want to? Okay, there we go. We went with the burgundy, 100. with the black. What if we go with, what's the purple? Ooh. Nope. That 8's kind of cute too, but how is it different than the black? I see. It's a little too orange for her. That's a little clown. Nope. Nope. It's the hairstyle I'm not a fan of. I was like, let's try something else just to see. Ooh, that's actually cute. Maybe that could be something for Act 2? I don't hate that. I'm not particularly loving it, but I don't hate it. No. That's this one I need to change. There we go. I also like that. That could be pretty. This was Oriana's hair. Here's Kasara's. Yeah, I like the black combo. I think it's just the hairstyle I'm having thoughts about. Nope. Nope. If her bangs were just a teeny tiny longer, like a bit longer, yes, but no. No. That's a serious hair. That's cute, actually. Maybe we'll go with that for Act 2 and Act 3. So I like the bangs on her. I was like, let me fuck around with hair for a little bit, you know? I just wish there were more curly hair options that don't default to this, which is aka Marina, because it's cute, but it's also super frizzy, and if you couldn't tell, I have very curly hair, so I like a little bit more texture. Yeah, maybe we'll do that for a later look, but for now we'll go back to where we had it before. I just wanted to see what a couple looks look like on her. This is also a contender. I do like that. I just also think it's a little too mature for her. Nope. I could see the high pony on her, actually. Okay. Like I said, thanks for letting me indulge. I just wanted to see if this would change anything. Yeah, I think the blue outfit fits her better. Alright, time to talk to Lae'zel. And we'll see where we're at.
Isn't it glorious? Karlach's fury is a wonder to behold.
Are you sure a crush is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
Do you know much about the Mind Flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
No. I would like to do both, please. Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
That sounds awful. How are you so calm? Try to suppress your rising panic. That's not going to happen. We will find a cure. That sounds awful. How are you so calm?
Because I do not intend to let this happen. Not to me, and if you stick with me, not to you. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
You're worried that we haven't changed? This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Let's leave it at that. There. Sorry, y'all.
Moving in.
I am still recovering from a flare-up a couple days ago, and so I'm a little sore, so I'm having to move around a little bit more than usual. But let's long rest. And we'll go take down the Zench and go from there.